I welcome everybody at this conference, and we'll start in English.
I would like to suggest to all non-Russian speaking guests to use headphones. And let me introduce myself. I am Victor Adrov, Managing Director of Racurs company. This company, as you know, is responsible for organization of the conference. And let me continue in Russian. Уважаемые коллеги,
Distinguished colleagues, once again I will introduce myself. My name is Victor Adrov. I'm the Managing Director of the company Racurs, which has traditionally been organizing this conference, and it's already 19th conference. This year, as you might have gathered by now, is organized in Seoul, the capital city of our great friends from the Republic of Korea. We have two working languages at this conference, which is Russian and English. A few presentations will be made in Korean and translated into another language. Please use headphones, and now allow me to tell you a few words about the conference. As I mentioned previously, channel number 1 is for the English language, and channel number 2 is for Russian. Now, a few words about the details of the conference. Traditionally, it has been organized by the company Racurs. This year, we've been celebrating our 26th anniversary. We've been a long time on the Russian and international markets. Many of you might have known that we are promoting on the international market the digital photogrammetric systems known under the trademark of Photomod. This year, among the partners of our conference, site imaging services from the Republic of Korea. It is a company which is an exclusive supplier of Korean satellite imagery, known on the international market such as ComSat satellites. And this company is also a partner of many Russian companies and our company as well on satellite imagery. A few words about the background of our friendship with SIIS. And ever since 2016, SIIS became the constant and permanent sponsor of our conferences. We have done a number of major joint projects together this year. As you understand, they're also a core organizers of this conference, and we're looking forward to more beautiful cooperation events. And fortunately, to our conference, we have sponsors. First of all, I would like to mention the platinum sponsor of our conference, the state corporation Roscosmos. Russians don't need to be told about what Roscosmos is all about. All Russian speakers know about it. It is the Russian corporation which includes a huge number of companies from aerospace industry. And these companies are responsible for Earth remote sensing data and for their processing. A golden sponsor of this conference for the first time ever became the Roscartography. It's again a big company from Russia specializing in mapping services and is the only supplier on state-run projects. There are many representatives from Roscartography here at this conference, and we've been friends for many years. Interestingly enough, the silver sponsor of this conference are the leading suppliers of space data. It is the American Maxar. Many know Maxar under the previous names of Digital Globe and GOI. All these companies merged, and now they're part of the Maxar Corporation. Also the company Airbus Defense and Space, company from France. Everybody is aware of their Spot or Pleiad satellites, and our friends from Korea. We have very good scientific partners, many media partners. These journals, of course, will contain publications both about the reports and about the conference itself. For instance, we've been working for quite a while with the GIM journal. It's one of the leading international journals, and many Russian journals as well. Here you can see the structure of participants of our conference. We shall have here about 80 participants from 40 companies and 10 countries. And you can see the distribution of activities. Usually our conference invites a lot of decision makers, which are called here managers and directors. And each time when we say chiefs and specialists, unfortunately for us, chiefs and directors are also very good specialists. Now about the conference agenda or program. Let's start from the very beginning. There were many questions. You were given these things. Don't be afraid of them. This is a ginseng essence. You can drink it because we had very long flights here. Just open it up and you are welcome to drink it straight, or you can lace it with water. I'm sure you won't sleep for 3 days straight. We'll be very happy. So those of you who feel themselves tired, I suggest you use this beautiful drug infusion that South Korea has to share with us. Now about the dates of the conference. You all have the agendas. Based from the titles, you can gather how it is going to be organized one at a time now. This year we have changed the order of sections or panels. All the speakers will have to come up on stage and sit in these armchairs, and we have about 20 minutes for each presentation. We like very much when our conference people ask questions, and after each block of presentations we'll have some time set aside for Q&A session when you're free to ask any speaker any question you want, and we can start a discussion accordingly. I have a serious request for all the moderators and speakers to speak within the time frame they're given. So the actual presentation could be 15, 17 minutes, maybe 18 minutes, but you still need time for questions, and the moderators are advised to do the time management, and the speakers don't take it personally because everybody wants to have more time. And tonight, again, we have changed our tradition because the main gala dinner usually is organized on Wednesday, third day of the conference, but we decided to do it Thursday here at the hotel. This is where we'll have the best event that everybody enjoys, which is a raffle lottery with 2 photomat suites played for. One is the Russian language, another is the English language version for foreign or Russian speakers. And this lottery raffle proves to be quite popular because you understand that photogrammetric systems are not the cheapest of products, and when you're playing for a disc which costs like a good Mercedes car, it's always enjoyable. Second day will be dedicated mostly to spatial space part, and then we'll have small excursion or tour. I will tell you more about it. The third day we'll have master classes and very interesting roundtable discussion. And finally, Thursday we'll have an all-out excursion. Now about the second day of the conference, we'll have a tour to a beautiful Korean village, which is located, as it turns out, not far from our hotel. And we shall look at historical architectural buildings. It will be very interesting. We'll learn more about the customs and traditions of Korea. And it says here that we'll also have some geodesical or geographical scavenger party, and I will tell you more about this surprise because there will be a surprise award to the winners. You can win something and get something valuable. Maybe I'll give you a small teaser. Android users are advised to download a very popular application called Photomon Geo Calculator. This is free of charge app that you can download from Android market. So if you do this, you stand a good chance to win a very good prize. Now about the master classes. Wednesday will be the day of master classes on Photomod when colleagues, one will be English speaking master class, another Russian speaking master class. One you will be able to hear about our most recent version, and also we'll be discussing processing of our Korean data using the photogrammetric system PhotoMod. Because I mentioned previously that we're promoting Korean data on the Russian market and on the market of CIS countries. Our Korean partners were looking for CIS, when working in CIS, are using PhotoMod to sell their data. And after lunch, we'll have a very interesting roundtable discussion, because here we have very interesting suppliers and users of space data, space imagery, and the roundtable will be dedicated to the role of remote sensing for Industry 4.0, and we are looking forward to hearing from both suppliers and users of data why we need Earth remote sensing data in the first place. Here on this picture you can see the people who are actively involved in the organization of the conference, so please approach them with any questions you have, and we'll enjoy discussing them with you. Finally, I mentioned that we'll be having simultaneous translation here. Historically, we've been working with two very good interpreters, Vitaly and Nicholas. You cannot always see them in the room. They're hiding in that dark booth in the corner. But in the many years of cooperation, I think Vitaly and Nicholas can tell you many things about photogrammetry and Earth remote sensing, maybe even better than some of us specialists. I wish you an enjoyable conference. I think we can announce it open. Again, I said something in Korean. Was it right? Was it right? Hopefully my Korean colleagues understood me. And now let's move to the work. First of all, I'd like to invite to this stage for welcome speeches our platinum sponsor, Mr. Zaichka, Valery Zaichka, a very well-known person from Russia who is personally responsible for Earth remote sensing in Russia.